Hey everyone, I'd like to thank you for tuning in to another Black Unicorn Red Pill production. Today we're going to discuss MGTOW and why men do it, part 2. Give us an example of exactly why our brothers are going their own way. Stay tuned. Hey everyone, I want to say thank you all for tuning in to another Black Unicorn Red Pill production. In just a moment, we're going to play a little clip. I'm going to show you all a wretched example of the kind of abuse our brothers suffer at the hands of us Black women, and to help us understand exactly why it is the case that men are going their own way, or is also known as Save Yourself Black Man, SYSBM. Let's tune in.
You waited 6 months the first time to tell him you were pregnant. Why did you wait so long?
We were off and on at the time. While we were off, I did find out that I was pregnant, and I didn't know how to tell him.
Right.
For one, because he was 14.
Right.
And for two, I was scared, so
Right.
It was a secret for a while.
Now, there is a chance that he could not be the father.
Yes.
Right? For both children?
Yes.
Okay. Javon, you came here because you both had questions whether this little boy is your biological son. You came here, you took a DNA test, and the results for the test for that boy, who's 1.5 years old, the results are, Javon, you are not the father. Virginia, you know, like I was saying, I gotta imagine for you as a mother to find out that your 16-year-old daughter was pregnant had to be. Why don't you tell me what you were feeling?
I was mad.
You were mad.
I was mad. I was disappointed. But at the end of the day, she's my baby.
Sure.
And I want to be there for my baby.
Right. But now, Javon finds out that he's not the father of your oldest grandson. And when you hear that he's not the biological father, and you're obviously upset, what are you thinking?
He looks like, I don't know how to feel right now. I'm just so mad right now.
Upset. And what makes you upset?
Because I love him and I want him to be the.
Right.
I love him like he's my son, and I want him to be.
You took a DNA test concerning the little boy, and the results of this DNA test, Javon, is that you are not the father of Taylor's 2-month-old son.
We gotta stay strong. We got to. We can't fall. We can't fall. Taylor, it's hard. Listen. What did I tell you? Taylor, it's hard. It's gonna be, y'all gonna go through that. It's hard. This is why we came, to get closure. We got the closure. Y'all either gotta move, y'all gotta push forward.
Nothing changes for you?
I'm gonna be the grandmother regardless.
Babe, I'm sorry. I love you. I hope this won't change nothing. I don't know what to say right now. I can't really say much right now. It hurts me that he's hurting.
Sure.
It's hurting me.
Nah, bro. Mom, listen. If you love these babies, if you love these babies, you're gonna stay the same. You're not gonna change. Do you understand that? You're gonna be a man and you're gonna do what you've been doing. That's that. Okay? There's no need to fold.
No.
You've been in their life since day one. Come on. Come on. It's hard. You're gonna go through this. But what did you tell me? I understand, Javon. I understand. I understand. I understand. I understand. Trust me. But y'all gonna get through this. Y'all gonna be okay. Y'all gonna be okay. I know, Javon. I know. I know it's hard. But you guys have to keep pushing forward. We're gonna keep going. It's hard, but
Hey, Javon, do you feel like talking anymore?
Nah, I don't want to talk no more.
And I understand that. And that's why this is a very young man and with devastating news, and I don't want to push it. You came for closure, obviously, and it's not the closure that anybody on stage, I feel like, wanted. And I don't know if it's easy just to say nothing changes. Because maybe, and I'm not saying this has to be the case, but I think if you're 17 and this might change things. And all I'm saying is if that is the case, I hope everybody respects everybody's feelings and decisions in this case. Because being 17 and thinking you're a father and then you find out you're not, that might change certain doors opening and closing in your life. And it's not gonna be easy. You're not gonna walk off the stage and feel great. And you might not feel great in a month from now, but someday you will, and you'll get past that hurt. And how you get past your hurt is how you live your life.
So, before we discuss this video, I just want to give credit and thanks to the brother BGS Ibmore, Black Gnostic Speaks, who did a video on this video, which is how I came to it. Now, I have edited this video a bit for length, so please do check out the original video and BGS Ibmore's video on this segment, which inspired this show. I have put the links in the description, and I'll try to link them in the video as well. But I want us to see and understand just how wretched this situation is. This young man is surrounded by the 3 women closest to him in his life. His mother, his girlfriend or baby mama, and her mother, who is his mother-in-law of sorts. And all 3 of these women have betrayed him. And not just betrayed him, but betrayed him on national TV in front of the entire world, in a situation where he can never live this down, for into perpetuity. This image, this video is still up here. Now the mother of the daughter, if you look, was actually expecting some slight retribution for the actions of her daughter. If you look and see, you can tell that by her body language that she was kind of expecting that when the young man's mother came out, that someone was going to tell her or her daughter off. And yet no one did. No one questioned or called out this young lady for cheating, lying, being a bit loose and flippant with her body, and otherwise being a no good young woman. No one called out the truth. The mother of this young man sided with the young lady and her mother and asked her boy, not asked, but demanded that her boy, her young man, 16 years old, I believe, be a man and care for these children that are not even his, just so that she can have her grandbabies. How wretched. Now, when you really consider, if you've watched to the end here of that clip, that the saddest part is that the older white man is the only one who seems to look at and treat this young man with compassion and respect, which is so very backwards. In a sense, you could see that Mr. Wilco saw such a severe lack of true male guidance and leadership in this young man's life that he tried to offer to the young man some wisdom and guidance and very carefully chosen words to all the women who were present. This is a white man who shamelessly profits off the pain and dysfunction of others, primarily black people and other people of color, but the poor on the whole. Now, I agree with BGS in that this video is disgusting and it sickened me to the core. It made me very sad for all these innocent black boys who have almost no chance for success in their lives when black women such as these have damaged them, have hurt them in so many ways. I'm showing this to us all because I want us ladies to understand that though many of us may not be these types of women, while many of us may be just as hurt, just as damaged in our lives, in our experiences by men and women such as these, that we do need to understand that these types of women, these three ladies in this video, are exactly the type of women that some of our brothers have been born and raised and quote-unquote nurtured by all of their lives. And they have been so horribly damaged, just as this young boy has been damaged by these women, by these experiences, that when they look at us, they only see their mothers, their grandmothers, their aunties, that young woman who stole years of his life. And that this is why they then saved themselves as black men by leaving all black women behind. They will never be able to see a black woman as being safe, loving, nurturing, feminine, compassionate, because they have been betrayed like this by a black woman, by their own mothers. So a question I pose to the black women who are watching this, who are listening to my voice: how do we as black women heal this situation within our community and our coven of these black women? What can we do to help our brothers who are in these situations? You see, it's very hard for me to watch as some of these women, the older women in my community, and even sadly in my family, disrespect and mistreat black men and boys around them. I've seen good black men be shut out of raising their child. I've seen mothers lie to their children about why their father isn't in their life, lie to their sons. I've seen black women knock on the door before entering the room I'm in or another woman is in, or even if they're in their house as a guest, and get barged right into their son's room, barged right into the room with their husband, uncles, and other men are in, without even thinking, what are we to do? How do we as black women save our black boys so that they do not grow into men who hate us with justification? What are we to do? For me, it's hard to say. The best I can do, and I have done, is try to demonstrate through action the highest level of respect I can offer and give to the men around me. Try to encourage other women to do so, and to focus on where I can succeed. To leave the gynocracy, to leave this matriarchy behind, and to try to do my best. But I pose this question to all the sisters who may be listening, may be watching, because the situation is despicable, it is sick, it has to end. We have to be the ones to end it, without pointing the fingers at any men. Because as we saw in this video, the only black man involved here was the innocent victim. Yes, that young lady was sleeping around with other men. But unless she was up there crying and sobbing, saying that she was raped, which I didn't see that. I didn't edit that out of this clip. She seemed to have chosen to be with all of these men. And while it is highly likely that this young lady has endured some abuse and some assault that might have led to her being so, say, hypersexual, to have been pregnant at a young age, to have had 2 children so young, despite this, at this point, what she did to this young man is simply unacceptable. And what I saw here were 2 older women who had the opportunity to properly chastise this young lady for her misgivings, to call her out on her behavior. And that's not what happened. There was an opportunity for this mother to protect her own child, and instead she didn't. And so I put this to all the women watching. Please let me know in the comments, what are some of your thoughts about this video, the situation, and how we as sisters can help save our Black boys, save our brothers, and hold ourselves, our sisters, accountable. Because I have no place to send women like this, where boys such as this young man could be safe from them. So I open the floor to solutions, because our Black men are leaving us, and it is with good reason. For any young Black man who grew up seeing this, grew up being treated like this, I find it hard to blame him for going outside of the race or outside of the country to find his bride, or just deciding to be a bachelor altogether. But for now, I'll say thank you to all who've listened. Please do let me know your thoughts, comment. If you have not yet, please subscribe. There's a lot more content to come. I look forward to catching you all on another day. Peace.